Bible tells us that people are set free by the blood of Jesus Christ and the power of our testimony. The past few days I've just been in this really weird mental funk, to where I'm sleeping in later than I normally should. I'm not getting things done. And as a man, it's really easy to be like, oh, just man the hell up and deal with it on your own. You don't need to be a little weak-minded person, and don't open up to people, and don't open up to your boy. They'll just make fun of you. But like, that's the biggest lie of the devil. I'm here, and I had a vulnerable moment. I ended up opening up to two of my friends here at the gym, and their reception to it was completely opposite of what I had originally thought how they were going to react. Like, being in a place like this, you would think that, like, oh, stop being a little wimp, stop being, I'm putting it in nicer words, but instead they're like, dude, like, all right, let's go, like, I'll start calling you more, I'll hit you up, dude, give me a key to your house, I'll pick you up, whatever it takes, like, so that way you don't have to be by yourself in, the mental state that you're dealing with. And I was really surprised, but that just goes to show that so many people, there's more good people than you realize in the world, and sometimes you gotta be vulnerable, sometimes you gotta open up, because you can try to deal with it on your own, but that usually ends up in disaster. We're not meant to fight these battles on our own, like, we're supposed to be able to surrender these things to God. And the Bible tells us that people are set free by the blood of Jesus Christ and the power of our testimony. And to me, being vulnerable is a part of your testimony, because if you're vulnerable and you open up, that shows them, like, hey, when I'm going through something, that I can open up to this guy too. So if you're going through something, surrender it to God, yes. Give it to God, yes, because you're set free by the power of his blood. And then open up and be vulnerable with your friends, with your boys. Find someone that you feel like you can be comfortable enough with to open up to, and be surprised. Like, right now, I feel 100 times better just knowing that I was able to open up and just give that out. It's not a load that I have to bear on my own, that I have friends who are willing to help me out. So let's go.